Hey there guys, this is Flamzeron, aka YouTube's Tosca, and this is the 13th episode of the Wheneverly Update. It's been a while. I decided to wait on doing it after I did the top 10 anime EDs, and I'm a little late on it, so I apologize for that, but here we go. Basically, all I've been doing is, just doing my usual and doing my upload of videoing, and I totally switched the words, but I don't care. I've gotten to where I don't care if I make certain mistakes, but anyway. Video-wise, the World of Warcraft, the World of Warcraft one is gonna be coming up pretty soon. In fact, I'm gonna work on it tomorrow, and that'll be something nice to watch. And also, I'm gonna do the Negima commentary and the final thought on Tales of Versus. I'll try and get them done pretty quickly. I don't know how long it's gonna take. I can probably get them all done within a day. Granted, my computer doesn't freeze up on me like it has been. Basically, what I've been doing, besides that, I read volume 26 of Negima. Had an interesting twist at the end, or something that was sort of confusing. I know that in Japan they're at what, volume 30, so I'm assuming they've already revealed what exactly happened, but I guess I'll just have to wait, and I'm not gonna spoil it for you guys, so don't worry. And speaking of whatnot, Orphan and I, this is something I forgot to mention a while ago, but Orphan and I finished the Orphan anime. It was kind of weird, it's that after you finish an anime kind of thing. After you finish an anime, you feel weird. And Orphan was like, man, don't you feel weird? It's like, not really. But as I went to bed that night, I was like, that is pretty weird. And I could still hear, the Love Yes I Do song from the thing. And that was, it's pretty weird. Also, something else I forgot to mention was my thoughts on Trunks appearing in Dragon Ball Kai. And, well, like Goku going Super Saiyan for the first time, it was underwhelming. I honestly don't understand the whole idea that Super Saiyans are scary. I think that's sort of what they're trying to convey with the animes, with, the music. For when Goku turned Super Saiyan for the first time, I can understand why they would want it to be terrifying and scary, because one, Krillin just died. Of course, that was, a good few seconds or even a few minutes maybe afterwards, and so I seriously doubt they would still be in shock. But and because, it was the first time Goku had been legitimately angry. Like, legitimately angry. He got angry on, the last episode, but he was just frustrated with his grandpa. But, for Trunks, I mean, he's not really a scary guy. Super Saiyan isn't scary. It was more of like an, holy crap, Goku can go Super Saiyan, well, I can go Super Saiyan as well. That kind of thing. It would have been nice if they had a futuristic song to go with it. Maybe they should have put in Battle Power Unlimited. That would have been cool. Also been playing Tales of Rebirth. I'm actually almost done with it. I was a little surprised. I picked up from where I left off, and I did, what I needed to do. Fought Shaorun. I was thinking about recording it, but I decided against it. And I'm almost done with it, and that kind of surprised me. So the final thought's gonna come up on that one, but I'll get to that one later. More importantly, we need to discuss E3 since it's over, and I should give my thoughts on it. And I'm gonna get through with the easiest thing to talk about. I am disappointed with Namco not showing Tales of Graces at E3. I really am, because there really was no reason for it not to come out. The game did well in Japan. It's on the Wii. It's 3D. The friggin' Tales of Vesperia and Dawn of the New World did pretty well in the US. So, I mean, why would they not want to bring another one over? Namco themselves said they were pleased with the sales. But what annoyed me even more was the Tales series forum. They were being so overdramatic, saying oh, Tales is over in the US, they're going to close it down the forums. They're not going to close down the forums just because they didn't bring one game over. I can understand they were frustrated, but, they really need to, get a grip. Plus, a lot of them are so bitter. Not to sort of turn this into a Tales series forum rant or anything, but, I was also surprised that Tales of Vesperia on the PS3 didn't show up, because I thought that one would, but, I guess they didn't want to. Metal Gear Solid Rising looks pretty cool, and it looks really cool, actually. I saw the trailer for it and I'm thinking, wow, you can cut anything. And you know, the whole thing at the end where they showed the watermelons being cut, that was pretty funny. Raiden's actually pretty cool. He had always been sort of my favorite character, mainly because he used a sword. But of course, in Metal Gear Solid 4, he looked cooler, and in this game, he looks, badass. Though, to be honest, it almost looks like it's an update of the Metal Gear Solid 4 design, so it almost looks like that this game should be after that one. Though, I don't know, I guess they really don't want to. They're probably just trying to fill in the gaps of every, little detail they can. I mean, I think they did that with a Peace Walker, I'm not really one for Metal Gear. I've played a demo of the first one that came with my PlayStation, like the PlayStation 1 back when I first got it, but that's pretty much it. I was also excited about Donkey Kong Country Returns, and I was a big fan of Donkey Kong. I grew up playing Donkey Kong Country on the Super Nintendo, and I played Donkey Kong 64, which was the last one I played. And, it was pretty fun. So I'm glad they're making this one, and it also gave me something to play on the Wii. And speaking of the Wii, the GoldenEye remake is something to look forward to as well. Because I remember playing GoldenEye on the Nintendo 64, and while I admit I've sort of moved on to Halo and Perfect Dark, I still sort of had a soft spot for GoldenEye. I just hope that this game actually, does well, and, it plays the same like the other one, like the old one. It's not really looking like it will, but, one can hope. I was really impressed with the 3DS. It looked really cool. I'm probably going to get one, even though I already have a DS, but because of the whole 3D aspect, and the graphics do look a bit better. They look a little under PSP graphics, so that's pretty cool. And plus, this one has an analog stick, which will probably help with my with some of my current DS games. So I'll probably give this one a buy. Plus, I think that their intent is to make like a whole market on the 3DS, or I don't know. Like, I don't think we'll be able to play any 3DS games on the DS, even though you can turn the 3D effect off. But besides, I need a new DS anyway, and if this DS is, a lot better than, the DSi or anything like that, then, I'll get it. On to something I'm probably a little more excited about. That would be Raging Blast 2. Looks pretty good. The graphics looked more enhanced, and, that's pretty cool. I'm still not a real big fan of the whole circle health bar, because it kind of makes it hard to tell what's health and what's your energy. But the game is, I'm sure going to be pretty fun. And of course, I'm not a real big fan of, the Tenkaichi battle system, but I'll get over it. I also heard there were going to be 6 characters who had never appeared in a Dragon Ball Z game that are going to be in the game. And so far I can only think of 3 of them. And I don't really think I need to say them, especially one in particular. Come on, Namco, make it happen. But, that game's going to be pretty fun. I was also surprised not to see Champions of North. Or not really surprised, but maybe a little disappointed, because I saw someone who commented on a video of mine saying, oh, I heard that they were going to announce a Champions of North 3 during E3. I was like, okay, I'll keep an eye out for it. And alas, they didn't. Though I know why. I mean, they're working on a Lord of the Rings game, so I might pick that one up, because, it's the same company's making it, and maybe they're trying to make this first so that they can see exactly, what they can do with the PS3. Of course, they should know, because they made, friggin' Untold Legend, which was, garbage. That's pretty much all I have to say about E3. Moving on to other things, voice acting wise, been doing the whole Goku thing, still been doing Sims 2 Machinimas. I've seen some of them too, like, and one of them actually had a pretty nice story to it. I don't remember if I mentioned this in the previous one or not, but Also, I got cast as a Kyo in a Fruits Basket fan dub. It's only for the 4th episode, and I don't know if Michihari, that's the name of the person who is, producing this whole thing. I don't know if she wants to do the entire series, or heck, if she's even done more episodes besides episode 1. But yeah, she's a nice person too. One thing that she did differently than most people is instead of just send an email with the critiques on it, just like typing it out, she actually recorded an MP3 file of everyone's critique. So she actually said everyone's critique, and that was kind of interesting